outfit coming off the list. My outfit, I don't know, my bibs, I guess.
Yeah.
Because,
Out of
again,
habit.
Because you're surfing.
Yeah, well, I had like this existential moment. I was like, you're not like old enough. Like, you're not, like, why are you, I almost did it. And I was just like, oh, I'm cold. So that's what you do is you pee. But it's such an instilled in me New England surfer thing that I was like, that's not okay. And I didn't do it, but I was like, whoa, I bet someone's done that. Yeah. But no, yeah, the bath is just for getting clean, Tyler. Thanks.
Yeah. So to bring this thing a little full circle, I think we've touched on it in many ways, but we do like to kind of focus a little bit on, how surfing, obviously we know how skating has infiltrated your art practice, but how surfing kind of inspires what you do creatively in your career. Do you see a definite, like, I think there probably is, but how would you frame that when it comes to your creative process?
Oh, I mean, it's really simple. It's just, for me, like, the skateboarding, of course, for me, it led to the surfing, and then the schooling and being around other people that were surfing, that were going into creative outlets, it was just always there. Surfing was like if it was a plate, it was the steak, and then everything else was kind of the side plates. Not to sound, crude or anything, but that's just really, like, it was the constant. It was the thing that I just always was like, well, like, I mean, I don't know if this happens for you, but it still does for me, where someone will be like, oh, introducing me to maybe if I'm talking to a brand or a company or something, they're like, oh, and this person surfs, so you might, like, you'll hit it off with them or whatever, and you're like, okay. but also, as much as I roll my eyes and I'm like, that's not true, but it is helpful. So yeah, it's, without getting heady and whatnot, it really is the thing that has just been the well lubricated track that everything else, when it starts to, like, get rolling on, works better. And so travel, ultimately, like, I certainly love taking jobs places that are coastal, that were international, that had waves. That helped. The friends that I have and the people that I love to collaborate with oftentimes partake in the activity, maybe not literal surfing, but are interested in in the ocean or in some capacity. I have friends that shoot photos of sea life, and then friends that work on boats, and friends that are fishermen. And so I think without sounding like an infographic, it just really is my entire lifeblood. So it just, and that is partially one of the things where when you're removed, you're not able to do it so readily, that you're reminded how important that it is, be it living hours from the beach, or not being able to surf because of whatever may be the constrictions. So that has been I think the biggest reveal the past couple of years. It's just kind of being like, wow, this is very important for all of it. Creative, my demeanor. I think I got the new Morning of the Earth reissue for Christmas, and I was reading Albie Falzin's interview in the beginning of it, and it's kind of being like something he said in the beginning along the lines, I'm going to botch it, but it was something along the lines of like, while you're out in the ocean, it'd be amazing if you could have that kind of experience and feeling towards other people when you're not surfing. And I kind of like scoffed out loud reading. It was like, that would be amazing. But, and I think there's so much to that. Surfing makes me, when I'm done doing it, that I'm like, oh, all right, I've had my Prozac for the day, or whatever. Or whatever.
Yep.
I love it. Well, Ty, we really appreciate you coming on. This was a lot of fun. Like, really enjoyed talking to you. And where can our listeners find you? Where can they find your work? And follow you. Here's your chance to be shameless and plug yourself.
No. I'm I'm easy to find. I'm the only Ty Williams, I think, that isn't Tyrone or Tyrell Williams on the internet, and I'm not the Beanie Babies. So, I have a website, but Instagram, it's the double-edged sword. Really easy to find me on there. And you can Google me and email me. I do my best to get back to everyone. So please, reach out and keep making stuff and sharing it. I love seeing other people's stuff too.
Appreciate it.
But,
thanks.
No, I'm honored. Thank you for having me on the show. This was a nice distraction.
Thanks,
was awesome.
Man.
This was great. And Mr. Labzda, we'll hopefully get Mr. Coffin back for another episode soon. And, we'll take it from there. All right. Thank you all for listening.
Missed.
What's that?
Chris was missed.
He'll
be back soon.
Yeah. And thank you all for listening. We really appreciate it and hope you enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to follow us at Swell Season Surf Radio. And, of course, you can also check us out on, all the podcast channels. So we'll check you on down the line.